Y'all know what it is.
You don't need a million people on your list, So to your point about for your own business, you just need 500 new leads a month. You don't need 100,000 people. You don't need to scrub the internet and steal email addresses or do any of that stuff. What you need are 1,000 people who actually care about your business. And so
Yeah.
I think that
So yeah,
yeah.
that's exactly right. Completely agree with you. But I'll give you this technique which everybody should use to do with the list. So what we do with the list is once we have the list, there'll be some who have not opened your email in 90 days. So you have two choices: completely discard them, which is completely fine if you don't have other tools. I highly recommend just do that, because what will that do is your delivery rate goes up when mail systems see that open your, because if you drop all those, your open rate will double, right? Or not double, depending on how many you dropped, right? So if you dropped half of them, it freaking doubles, right? Because they were never opening, right? So the remaining they're opening. So either you can discard. So what I'm going with is that even if you are growing the list, you got to prune it, right? So either drop, but if you have the tools, this is what you do: take that list, go to a completely different domain, a subdomain name or something of yours, and send them a message through them and wake them up and ask them, hey, do you really want to be here or not? Because it might be it's already going to their spam, and all of these guys are getting spam. That's not the reason there. So you got to do that. And even after that, if they don't rewake, you cannot reawaken them, get rid of them. So that basically says is that for a business, even with the growth, like there is a point after which you don't need to continuously grow exponentially that list. Instead, you want the good numbers to be there, and with a good conversion rate on that list, you are continuously maintaining, say that 3,000. Those are always good. They need to be the good ones, because some fans change, things change, and you keep pruning and keep testing them and reminding them, reawaken them. And that's the one of the things which we
Well, and
do.
I think that's good advice. I've worked for clients in the past that have, really big lists, or lists that were created from, maybe personal contacts, things that were really valuable at one point. But, we load that into the system, we're getting no opens, we're getting no anything else. And and it's become clear that, okay, well, this list was assembled over 10 years. A lot of these people have moved on, or they work at different companies now, or they whatever, so much of that data is useless. But had they kept that up, had they been pruning it the whole time, I think it just demonstrates that it's more of a quality than a quantity kind of thing. And I think for so many people, it's just about, oh yeah, no, I've got a million people on my list, so we just send out this giant, email.
Well, and if you think of, the actual act of pruning a tree, when you take a branch that's going in the direction you don't want and you actually clip that branch off, the resources that were going to that branch are now going to the rest of the tree to help it grow faster and in the direction that you want it to go.